up your engine. All right, here's an answer to a big question. Can you get a car that actually runs good and makes a great work car for $400? This guy seemed to have done it. And yes, it's missing a few side molding, and the bottom of the bumper here is held on with a zip tie. And the seller didn't tell him until he got there that, well, the interior was kind of gutted, but really, that makes for carrying things a lot easier. You can put all kinds of stuff in here. Here's the perspective from the back. There's a lot of space in there now. Hey, this could be an Outback special. But hey, all four doors still work. And sure, the paint's faded away a little, but it is a Honda. Here we go. This guy owns a lot of Hondas. Starts right up. And sure, the airbag system doesn't work anymore, but the seat belts do, and they work perfectly fine. And this is Tennessee, so we got a CB radio here. Now this thing does have 377,832 miles on it, but listen to the engine. It's just humming along. These Honda engines. Honda, really, is probably the best mass production company for engines in the world. All that mileage? Is it clanging and clacking? No, it isn't. The only noise you really heard was the cold air intake, because when you put them on, it will make a car noisier. That's why a lot of guys do it. It will make more sound that way. The box in most cars, the air box, is also to keep cars quiet. Most people want quiet cars, but with these Hondas, a lot of guys soup them up. Now, granted, this battery came from another car. He paid $125 for that entire car, and this battery came in it. So he put this in his driving car. That's one of the big advantages of Hondas. You got choice of so many parts. There are so many interchangeable things you can get. You can always go to a salvage yard and you can have fun and don't have to spend much money. If you remember the video I made a few weeks ago on a Mazda Miata, he bought the Miata in a junkyard, but it had ugly wheels. So what did he put on it? He put beautiful Honda alloy wheels on it, which the guy in the junkyard gave him because he was buying the car. So not only do Honda parts fit Hondas, they fit some other cars too. Now how can these things last so long? Well, you know how? Check out the sticker. Made in Japan by Honda Motor Company. And sure, back then, the Japanese, maybe they weren't so hot at painting cars. This BMW, the same year. Kind of a difference in the paint there. Now, this little bitty engine may only have 102 horsepower and a whopping 98 pound-feet of torque. You rev them up in a light car like this, they're still fun to drive. Now, of course, this is a work car. And as a work car, you're not going to be doing drag racing in it. You really don't care. It's going to get you where you're going. It's going to be ultra dependable, even with all this mileage on it, because it's a Honda. Now, back in the day when I was a young mechanic, people would say, I'm not buying one of them foreign cars. You can't get parts for them. Ha! Let's say the starter breaks on this. Well, one, it's a standard transmission, so you can push start it anyways if you have to. But you can go to any AutoZone. Odds are they'll have a starter sitting on the shelves to hand to you. They're not hard to get parts for. They don't cost much. This is like the ultimate $400 transportation car. Not just like, oh, it's a stopgap. I'll buy this. Maybe it'll last me a couple of months. This thing might last another 10 years. Who knows? And of course, if you want to go crazy, you could take the shell and you could soup it all up. You could do whatever you wanted. You could put another engine, a supercharger, and have a real sleeper car, because they're set up that if you change the suspension, a little bigger engine, it would be one screaming car. But in this case, it's a transportation car. This thing can run all over the place, and it still gets 40 miles a gallon if you want to drive on a highway. But just normal driving, you get 30, 32 miles a gallon, and the thing, hey, you can't argue with that. The owner just told me the best gas mileage he ever got, he was driving Texas to Tennessee. He was doing about 90 miles an hour, and he calculated it when he filled it up, going back and forth, that he got 42 miles a gallon, going 90 miles an hour. They have these things really well built. There's no arguing that. I mean, let's face the facts. Would you buy a $400 car and drive it 90 miles an hour from Texas to Tennessee and back? Well, if it's a Honda, It obviously did it. Here's the proof. It's sitting right here. And you're certainly not going to attract the police's attention in this thing. It's not a red screaming or orange or yellow sports car. Let's take it for a spin. Starts right up. It even makes it up hills. Look at this. Now what shocks me is, even in the twisties, this thing still handles good. And it really doesn't ride all that bad. Listen to it go. All those miles, it's still got guts in it. Here it goes from a standing start. Not bad for a $400 car, is it? This is still a fun country driving car. Take it out, have a little fun. You can't beat it for $400. Okay, now comes the big question. Yes, it's a $400 car. But how long is a $400 car gonna last? He bought it for $400 3 years ago. And you just went for a ride in this thing. You hear how it still hums. Don't think it's, oh, well, you know, oh, it might last a couple weeks. Hey, sometimes when I rented a car in Boston at the airport to visit my son there, I had to pay $700 to rent a car for 5 days. This thing's going on for 3 years for $400. And has it broken down? Well, truthfully, it broke down once. The distributor stopped sending fire. It broke. It's typical on these. Oh, and it's such a hard job to change. Here's the distributor. Yeah, there's a bolt here, here, and here. That's it. What did the owner do? He went to an O'Reilly. It's an old car, right? Guess what? They had a brand new one in stock for about $165. He didn't even have to order it. You get a mass-produced car that's as well made as a Honda. They're still extremely dependable transportation. So there you have it, a $400 car. 3 years later, and yeah, it's got a few dings in it, but are you gonna worry about this thing when you take it to the Walmart parking lot? No, you aren't. And here's some bonus questions and answers. Well, here we go. Tesla is no longer the top dog in sales in Europe. Turns out that other companies are making the vehicles. They've overtaken them. The Renault, Nissan, Mitsubishi Alliance and Volkswagen have overtaken them in electric car sales there in Europe. Because, guess what? They're making them a lot cheaper, price-wise. Turns out that, of course, they are actual car manufacturers who've been doing it for a really long time. They're set up to make cars. They're set up to mass-produce them. Not only can they sell them at a lower price, they're deliberately taking less profit to get better ratings for anti-pollution that Europe's big on, and to sell more of them. Gotta say, Tesla's a pretty greedy company. They charge an awful lot of money for those cars. Awful lot of money. And when you add into the mix, what is Tesla doing? Making them in these giant gigafactories. Cost them a fortune. They're hocked up to their ears for building these giant factories. Volkswagen, Renault, hey, they've all been making cars for a long time. They already had factories. They don't have this gigantic balloon payment that the cars have to pay for. It reminds me of a thing years ago. I was shown this pure platinum oil that Pennzoil was selling. And it was a very good oil. It's made from natural gas. But making it from natural gas, one, is inefficient. You waste a lot of energy turning gas into engine oil. They had built 2 factories somewhere in Saudi Arabia, I believe, somewhere in the Middle East, right? Well, it costs them so much money to build those 2 factories. They wanted to make their money back. So they sold this pure platinum oil at a premium. Some places it was more than twice the cost of Mobil 1. If you look at the sales of the stuff, it's been a dismal failure. I asked guys in auto parts stores around them, do you sell much of that? They said, we don't even stock it anymore. Oh, we got a couple of gallons in the back because there's one guy who likes it, so we get it for him. They tried to charge too much money. It was a massive failure. Maybe the stuff is going to catch up with Tesla. You notice lately he's cut his price a little bit, but they're still super expensive. Maybe Europe is a sign of the future for electric cars. These other companies are going to take over. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.